What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Total Specialist. Now, my trepidations about the rest periods and the workout lengths kind of came to fruition this week. There were just things that kept happening, like I was taking too long in between sets, which is unfortunate, and I was not able to record everything. Sometimes I was doing okay, but then I had to go, and I realized I'd been there at gym for a very long time, and I had to do other things, so I had to leave in the middle of my workout. I didn't get to finish the workout. Now, that's my bad. I got to be more disciplined about those rest times and stick to protocol. And in the future, I will make sure this doesn't happen again. But I decided to put up all the workout footage that I have for the rest of this week and let you guys see, which is mostly the main lifts, some accessories, but not that much. So let's get right into it with week 1, day 2. Starting off here with a top triple at RPE 6 on the squat. Now, this day is actually an SBD day. I didn't realize that fully until, I got into the workout. So it was very tough today. This was one of those workouts where I pretty much, had been working out for like almost 2 hours and I was only halfway done. And I really left it all here. But I started off with these squats, 315 for a triple. I decided that was not RP6. So I bumped it up to 335 pounds, which was relatively heavy for me. When I unracked it, I was surprised at how heavy it was. But when I was going through the reps, it actually felt very easy, and I was debating on whether or not to go up from here. But I decided, I'm still kind of coming back. This is the first week. I'm just going to play it safe here and stay at 335 pounds. And, I think it was a good call, personally. Like I said, I'd rather undershoot than overshoot and have to deal with the consequences. Moving to these back-off sets, which were ascending sets of 5 at a 4, 5, and 6 RPE. Now, judging what a 4 RPE is, and even sometimes judging what a 5 RPE is very difficult. So I refer to the PRS formula chart that I stole from Steve Denovi on one of his videos and did 265, 275, and 285 as my 3 sets of 5. And, I would say that, was it a RP4? How do you judge something like that? On a personal note, I don't know if any more experienced lifters are listening to this. Probably not. I mean, why'd you find me? But I don't know if any more experienced lifters would be listening to this. But judging things, even up to like a 7 RPE, is very difficult. I don't know how you guys are able to predict, oh yeah, I'm 5 reps away from failure. Because I'll tell you, like, 4 reps away from failure and 3 reps away from failure and are very different feelings. And 6 reps away from failure and 10 reps away from failure, for instance. I don't know. I barely notice a difference. But anyway, banged out those 3 sets. No problem. Next, we had close grip bench. This was also ascending sets, but they were ascending sets of 8. So I did, again, I refer to the formulas here because, 4, 5, 6 RPE, like what the hell. So I did 205 for the first set, 215 for the second set, and 225 for the third set. But there was a fourth set that was a 10% drop from the heaviest set. So my heaviest set was 225 and I dropped 10%, which put me at 200 for the final set for an average weight of 211 pounds, which is what I had to put in the volume section because the way that they calculate it is kind of confusing to me and the formulas don't really make any sense and they don't actually produce a number. Anyway, got Romanians 260 pounds for 6 reps, no problem. This was at an RP6. And once again, I don't really know, because I haven't pushed Romanians very heavy ever. I've done them for mostly high reps. So was this an RP6? I don't know. This felt more closer to the RP6 than 335 did on squat. So, hey, what are you going to do? I'm going to find out what my limits are on this lift, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about some adjustments that I'm going to be making in a future video to some of the numbers that I put in. So we had 2 back-off sets of 6 with 330 for those Romanians, and I think that concludes the footage for day 1. Moving on to week 1, day 3, we had our Larson press. I decided to go with 275 as my first single because we had a single, but this wasn't quite RP6, so I bumped it to 290, hit that for a single, and I would say this one was definitely more close to an RP6. So I think I got that one correct. And then we had 2 back down sets of 4 at an RP 5 to 6. The first set was with 255 and the second set was with 265. So yeah, I forgot about how narrow these benches are. I mean, I didn't forget, but I forgot how it feels doing Larsons on these narrow ass benches. It is uncomfortable as hell. Like, I really feel like I'm going to fall off, number one. And number two, I feel like, my shoulder, because I'm so big, it's not like really being supported. So it's a scary feeling to me. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel very good hanging off the side there. And we had back off benches. So we had regular bench press after the Larson press, 2 sets of 7 with 245 pounds. And yeah, I don't really get the logic about doing benching after Larson pressing, but hey, you know what? It's too early for me to start second guessing decisions that have been made in this program. So pretty easy stuff. Finished off the workout footage on this day, which is a very short day, unfortunately, with some dumbbell anterior delt press, which is just, shoulder overhead press with the dumbbells. 4 sets, of 8 to 10 with 50 pounds. I'm linearly progressing these. So, this is nowhere close to the 6-7 RP that it's supposed to be. And that concludes the footage for day number 2. And may as well include day 4. Why not? So on day 4 was deadlift day. We had a top set of 2 at RP 5.5. I picked 335 pounds, knocked it out no problem. Did mixed grip, make sure I still got it. And I do with this load. And we had 1 back off set of 4 at RP 5. I picked 315 for that. This 5.5, 5 RP, like I said before, I don't really know how to judge them. I'm using the PRS chart to make sure that I'm doing it. So, I mean, hey, this is what it is, man. After this, we had 3 more back off sets of 4 with 275 pounds. And yeah, these were like nothing, right? I mean, 275 has not been a work set for a long, long time. I don't really think this is going to contribute that much to my deadlift. So I'm using these sets more to focus on my technique and make sure that I'm getting my reps consistent, make sure that I'm, getting tension in the hamstrings, trying to see if I can avoid the ramp problem. So I don't know how it looks really. I mean, I think it looks good, but I'm not a very good judge of the deadlift, so hopefully these end up being okay. And if that's what these sets of 4 are going to have to be, then that's what they are. So I recently found out that the safety squat bar at my gym actually weighs 65 pounds instead of 55 pounds. So this is 225 pounds for a top set of 4 at RP6. Pretty standard stuff. The SSB is feeling really heavy. I'm not going to lie. I was so shocked. I overestimated my SSB strength for sure, and I'll get to that in a different video. But this 225 actually rocked my shit, and honestly, this 190 for 2 back off sets of 7 also wasn't feeling that great. And I'm kind of confused because, as you guys know, if you watch the Barbell Brigade series, I'm used to doing SSB after deadlifts. So I don't really know why it's feeling kind of weird, but, I hopefully it's just rust and I'm kind of kicking it off, And then I decided not to put the sleeves on for these because I don't need to do the sleeves for every single squat variation. I decided to keep these ones sleeve free. Also, they were a pain in the ass to get on for the comp squat. I actually tore the skin off of my knuckles getting them on. So still too thick. I think I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, knocked out these sets of 9, no problemo. Afterwards, we had Bulgarian split squats. I only recorded one set and only one leg. I don't know why I did this. I'm really freaking stupid for that. But this variation specifically is a quad focused split squat variation. You have no choice but to do a quad focused split squat variation. And that means no single leg press, no single leg extension, right? None of that stuff. And no lunges, no reverse lunges, because those are more glute focused. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet really hard and just do these stupid ass Bulgarian. I hate Bulgarians with a passion. They are painful. I'm not just talking about the stretch. I'm talking they're literally painful. Anyways, that aside, finished off the workout footage here with some standing calf raises. 425 pounds for 4 sets of 10. That sounds like a lot, but if you've ever done standing calf raises, you know that's actually not that much. And that concludes the rest of this footage. Sorry about the lack of footage. I'm making sure next week to get everything for you guys as much as possible. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.